Today we're doing some cold calling, but we're actually starting off with a warm lead that I got from one of you guys that saw my YouTube video. So that's where we're starting.
Hello.
Hello, is this?
Yeah, that's me. What's up?
Hey, my name's Jake. I'm a mate of. I think he said that I was gonna contact you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's told me what's up. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you know of what I do?
Marketing kind of things.
Yep. Yeah. That's pretty much it.
Uh,
Yeah. Go for it.
yeah.
Um. Are you guys like friends in real life, or just someone that you met through work, or like how do you guys know each other?
I found him at TAFE, so we go to the same classes together.
Ah, I see. Okay, that's
Yeah.
interesting. Yeah, funny
Yeah.
how the world works.
He's pretty cool. So.
So he reached out to me because he said that you'd be interested in some marketing work done for you. Do you mind if I ask you a couple questions about your business, and then we can see if maybe we could be working together. If not, that's all good, and we'll go our separate ways. How does that sound?
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah, easy. So just do you mind giving me like a rundown of what you do in your business? I know you do car detailing, but what does that look like?
Uh, I mean, that's honestly just as much as it is. I just go around. I'm a mobile guy, and I do also have a little like a garage at home. I go to people's houses and I clean the cars real well. Um, that's. I also do have like a photography side as well, which I'm trying to push.
Yeah.
Not really to make money, but to complement the car detailing side and maybe bring some money in if things are really good.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Yeah, I understand. So how many clients do you have currently for your car detailing?
Like you should talk about like a regular clients,
Y-
not that often. My services are generally more of a one-off, maybe. Um, yeah, most of my customers are just a one-off. I do have a couple who do want maintenance details. Probably, realistically, they get the car maybe. Well, one guy gets car cleaned like every 2 weeks. One lady maybe every 1 to 2 months, and another one just every month. So in terms of like regulars, I guess is not that regular.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah,
And how much are you charging these clients?
it really depends on the job and the scenario. I'll just give you like a quick like what usually happens or the usual, I guess.
Yeah, sure.
Most people are either charged around like 150 to 350. That's like the main price range.
Okay.
And we do have a couple of like scan jobs where it's like super like cheap maintenance details for like fucking $100, or like a really big job which is about like 1K or something like that. But it averages around 200, well, 150 to $300.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how much are you making per month, roughly in revenue?
Not much because I haven't pushed for shit.
Yeah. Okay.
Uh, let's say. So I think currently on this financial year, I think I'm about 6K from, yeah, so last year, July till now
Yeah.
is about 6 point something K. And last year was just about 10K maybe. So that's kind of where it is right now.
I see. So is that 10K for that period of time, or are we talking about 10K per month?
Sorry, the period of time. So in 1 year, 1 year basically is 10K.
You've made about 10K.
Per,
Got you.
per month basis, it's a bit really fluctuates on the seasons and times and all this, but I guess it averages to maybe around 800 to 1K a month.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Got you. And how much time is that taken out of your day, like to do that?
Not much. So, um, the typical like 150 to 300 jobs usually takes me a couple hours. Basically, I, in quotations, pay myself around 50 to $100 an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So, uh, maybe like, usually it goes for around 3 hours per job is the very average job. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's still pretty good. And is anyone working with you currently, or is this just your solo adventure?
Solo adventure.
Okay. And is this also your like main source of income, or do you have
No.
Okay.
I've got a casual job and currently at school. What tape?
Yeah, I see. Okay. And how much are you looking to be making with your business over the next couple months? Is this like, are you trying to go full time into this, or?
Yeah, that's basically the go. What I'm basically figuring out is how well this operation can go.
Yeah.
I'm supposedly gonna like graduate or finish my education in 2 weeks' time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just wondering, how hard can I push this idea?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Interesting. Okay. Well, car detailing is a super viable model, as I'm sure you're aware, as you've started doing it. Because everyone's got cars, right? It's a great little niche to be in, and not many people can do it or have the passion to do it. Have you tried? Have you tried doing just like regular car cleaning, but as like a detailer, I guess?
I can do it, but I will not really. I because if I'm doing regular car washing, like the shit you see it like fucking like Westfield Carindale or some shit.
Yeah.
Those pay absolute dog shit, and there's like no quality, and it's just not for me. I'm more of a detailer than a car washer, if
Okay.
that makes sense.
Sure. And what about on the inside of the car?
Yeah, that's what I do.
Same.
Yeah.
No. I mean like, say like I'm not too big on the car detailing space, so I couldn't give you too much about it. Just take my words for like a grain of salt, and then try to expand on them. So what I'm referring to is like, have you thought about potentially offering? So you don't want to car wash the outside of the car, but how about like vacuuming and detailing the inside of the car? Like, people love those TikToks where they get into all the nitty gritty spots on the inside of the car, right? And you could offer that almost as like a monthly service, and you could have like a subscription based model, and run that for your clients, and then you can message them and be like, hey, are you interested in this service? It'll cost you X amount of dollars a month, and I'll come out once a month to clean your car, and we can organize a day. Have you thought about something like that?
Yes. So I have thought about that, and that was what I was originally going to do after I graduate.
Yeah.
But I was just wondering if I can have someone assist or pay or whatever to do that. My thing does, I do like the full interior and full exterior stuff. So that whole like ASMR, TikTok thing, Instagram, like car detailing stuff, I do all of that. Like with I don't know if you would know, like the whole foam cannon things, the wheel cleaning, interior, water beading stuff. That's usually the common trends for car detailing based social media stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I got you. Yeah, I've definitely seen those videos. It's really satisfying, and I'm not really much of a car guy myself. So if I watch it, then I reckon there's a big potential, especially for some advertisements to be run with it. I haven't looked at any ad library stuff going around. You're in Brisbane, right?
Yeah, Brizzy.
Yeah. So I'm in Perth. Usually,
Jesus.
Pardon?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you'd be local.
No, I actually lived in Gold Coast last year. And I moved there and got a job as a digital marketing specialist for a company. And then I was like, you know what, this is terrible. I'm gonna do this for myself and make more money.
That's definitely good. Yeah, right.
And
yeah,
so
right.
that's where I'm at. And yeah, I think I'll do a bit of research before you go forward and do anything, but I've already got some ideas on what type of ads we could run. The only concern is I don't, because this is, it's almost like a hobby for you at the moment, right?
Yeah.
There's definitely potential to make it into a business, right? And I have experience running ads, and I'm also classified as a TikToker. I'll give you a bit of a rundown, but I'm not going to tell you the account name or anything. But I have 1.8 million followers on TikTok, which I've put on the back burner for now until monetization comes out for Australia. And I could definitely give you some tips on doing that if you'd like. But that would just be a thing between guys, not like a business type thing.
Okay.
But regarding the paid advertisements, would you be able to afford this service? Because it doesn't sound like you're making enough money from the business.
So that's kind of what I was trying to understand, because your friend was like, "Oh yeah, he'll sort you out." I'm like, "Is he legit? Because if he's legit, I'm gonna have to pay a lot of money. I'm looking for like the fresh blokes doesn't know kind of, you know what I mean, right?"
Yeah, I got you.
Like I was sorry, yeah, I really should have gauged with him first, but I guess he didn't really know the answer on whether you are charging in quotations, the professional fee, and
Yeah,
and
so
the chief fee, yeah.
yeah, so for sure. So what an average agency. So I'm starting out my own agency just so we're on the same page. But I have experience in running everything that an agency does myself, right? So I'm an expert in the area, but I'm new to the space at the same time, if that makes sense, right?
No, I get you.
Yeah, awesome. So a usual agency would charge anywhere from like 2 to 10 grand for usually about 2 or 3 grand at a small agency level. But if you're interested, I'm happy to do $1,000 a month. And we can do 5 clients for you straight off the bat, and I won't charge you anything, just so we can see and test the waters as to whether or not this will work. If it doesn't work, then you won't have to pay me anything. How does that sound to you?
Good and not good.
Yeah.
I just like, the thing is with me is I don't know shit. Like, well, okay, like, it's hard to explain. Me working with you, I can't fully conceptualize exactly how things work out. Like,
Yeah, that's okay.
like how you kind of don't understand the whole detailing platform. I kind of don't understand the whole marketing platform, like what you'll do for me exactly, and what this and this needs to be done.
Yeah, so that's
So I
probably
just need some more.
Yeah, for sure. That's probably a mistake on my part. I probably should have gone into a bit more detail on that. What I do, I'll give you a rundown of the service, right? So what I would do for you is I'd get these leads and I'd run these ads for you. All I'd need from you is 2 things. One is I just need some videos and some stills, which you've already got. So that's already a plus. Like having to convince some people, because I've worked with some chiropractors and tattoo artists and all that kind of stuff. And chiropractors, they just don't know how to take good videos or like things that are readily available for a consumer to engage in on TikTok or Facebook, right? They just don't get it.
Okay.
But I've watched, I had a look at doing some research on your photography and your car detailing Instagram accounts. And it's like, yeah, we could definitely make some content with that. It'd just be, I'd probably guide you in how to make it a little bit better. And then I'll take those off you and then I'll do the rest, right? So from there, once I've got that content from you, I'd set up the ad account, set up all your stuff. We would set up like a Zoom call, and I'll go through how to set everything up. Obviously, because I can't come into your place of business, I guess. We'd have to do all of that online. So I'd walk you through that on a Zoom call. And then from there, the way it would work is we would discuss an amount of money that you would like to spend on ads. Once we've come to that conclusion, then I'll start running the ads and I'll manage those for you. Then once we also have to make a customer profile for you. So in your head of the people that you've been working with, right? Maybe they're males, right? They're 35 years old, no wife, that kind of stuff, right? Maybe they're bogans or like high-end people. And so you want to choose. We'll discuss this and what we think is best and what will work best for the ads. And once we have that customer profile, I'll start running those ads for you. And then we need to create a lead form, right? This isn't something that you'll do. This is just something that we'll have a brief conversation over. By the way, I'm just giving you a rundown on how it works.
That's good.
And so with this lead form, I need to ask you what is like the 2 or 3 main questions that you would like to know, like information you need from a customer. For example, on a chiropractor, it's where do you have pain? How long has the pain been there for? And what have you done to try and treat it? Right? And so once I have that information from the customers, So that they'll fill out this lead form and they'll give me this information. I'll then hand all of this information to you directly on a silver platter, and then all you need to do is call them and book it in a time. So that's the process. And the reason that I wouldn't book it in for you directly is because, and I'm giving that last step to you. So that's the only two steps you need to do is give me the content and then call them directly and book it in whenever you're available. And the reason that you would do that last step and not me is because I think it's best for you to establish that rapport with the client directly, because as you're going to be the one that's going to be working with them, it also then allows you to build that initial relationship, I guess, with the customer. And then that's pretty much it. And then it's just a recurring model. So we run ads. I keep handing off these leads directly to you. They keep popping up. You just keep calling them and booking them in, and then we go from there.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes. Yeah.
Awesome. Any questions?
That's all pretty good to hear.
Yeah.
Two things.
Yeah.
You said the first 5 leads are free just to get a feel for it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after that, it's like what, $1,000
a month.
Month?
A month,
yep.
Correct.
For you just to do some work, basically.
Yes, correct. That covers the cost of my work. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's $1,000 a month.
Yes.
But does that also include like any other external things? So we'll have to also pay out like advertising and all these other things as well, or like, because you know how like you have to pay money for like Google ads and stuff,
yes,
right?
you are correct. So the advertisement fee is whatever you want to choose it to be. I can give you a recommendation on what I think works best. At the end of the day, that's up to you, right? So the fee that I just mentioned is for me directly. That's how much I would receive. The amount of money that you choose to give to Facebook is completely up to you. I can give you my recommendation, but you make the final choice.
Yeah, cool.
Aside from that, the only fee is I need a $500 guarantee, which also works as a deposit, right? So the beginning, it's $500 to set everything up, right? But that is my setup fee, and then from there it's the $1,000 after I get those initial 5 clients for you. However, if I don't get you those 5 clients, like I said, I haven't done car detailing before, so I'm not 100% sure on the service, right? I'm 99.9%, but I can never be 100%, right? And so if I can't get those 5 clients for you, I'll refund that $500. However, if I do get those 5 clients, right, then that just becomes the setup fee. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get you. Okay, that's good.
So that covers me if I do the work and it works, and if I don't, then you get your money back.
Yeah, no, I get you. Okay, cool. And the second thing is, so I give you content, right, and then you just give me essentially a phone number, right?
Yeah, it'll be a little bit more than a phone number. So you'll get the full name, you'll get email address, phone number, and then access to the questions that you find are the most important in signing the client. So maybe like, do they just want the rims done, or do they want the whole car detailed, or whatever that goes.
Okay, cool.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So
easy.
I'm just wondering that because the thing is, I originally wanted to do this myself, right? Obviously, I'm definitely not as good as you.
Yeah,
but
that's okay.
By me doing it myself, it will allow me to kind of so I can start a platform, I guess, for myself. Would say, for example, I want to start doing TikTok, kind of like your recommendation, I guess.
Yeah.
Do TikTok. I guess would that help? Would that benefit you in the long term? Because
benefit
at the moment right now, I probably would not hire you, but it may change in about a month or 2 time. Because the thing is, I'm still in school and I'm still working at my casual workplace. So
I got you.
I'm about to I haven't started pushing it, but it's gonna happen basically 2 weeks from now, where I'll get a lot of free time, so I can start researching the market and trying to push Google and Instagram and Facebook ads.
Yeah.
Would me doing that help you as well in the long run, or would that just
what do you mean by help me?
Yeah, will me kind of starting a platform be more good or more bad for you?
Okay, so
because, let's imagine someone tried like a chiropractor, like some bloke was like, oh, my fucking back hurts, let me just pull it or something, and he made it worse.
Yeah.
And then the chiropractor has to come in and be like, yo, what the fuck did you do to your back? And in turn made more work for them. Would me trying to do my own stuff be a detriment to you?
No. So I like to be super. A lot of people come on here and they're like salesy, right? They're like, oh, okay, I want to sell you this. Tell me your problem. Like, let me just dive into that, right? Like all this kind of stuff. I want to be super transparent with you. I'm just a guy on the phone trying to get some business, just like you're a guy trying to do car detailing, trying to get some business, right? And I'm offering you this service because it will be beneficial to both of us, right? And if you don't make money, right? If you don't make any money and you're just paying me, right? That creates resentment towards me, right? You don't like me. And then you also, I don't know, there's like a chance to damage branding, right? There's no referrals. Like these are all just bad things for me, right? So I have and then like, then we stop working together and I don't make any more money, right? So I have every incentive to make this work for you. So you make more money and therefore I make more money. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't like doubt your work, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand. Regarding the social media stuff, I can coach you just because I'm starting out. I have free time. I can coach you on how to grow your TikTok if you'd like. That doesn't that isn't a detriment to me because you'll be getting your own clients directly through the TikTok. Not that I think it will work straight away. I think it's definitely something that will take a good 6 months, or it depends really, actually. If I help you, then it might take less. Just an example, I tried to do drop shipping with my friend recently just because he was interested. Do you know what that is? Yeah, so he was like, oh, Jake, I know you've got like all these followers on TikTok. I want to do drop shipping. Do you want to do it with me? I was like, yeah, sure, why not, right? He's like, okay, but how do I go viral on TikTok, right? And I was like, listen, let's get the product first and then I'll show you, right? So we ended up choosing this 3D printed product that he was printing himself. So it's a little bit different to drop shipping. And our plan was to move it on and sell it from our home base, right? And it took 17 videos for us to go viral. And the day of, so the 16th video has got like 1,000 views or 500 views or whatever. And the 17th video, it got like 10K in the first like 2 hours. And Jared, my friend, he was like, "Oh, Jake, it's got 10K views." I was like, "Oh, that's cool, Jared." And he's like, "Yeah." Messaged me like 2 hours later. He's like, "Jake, it's got 50K views." I was like, "Oh, that's cool, man." Yeah, like these are just low numbers to me, right? And anyway, just before bed, I get another message. He's like, "Jake, it's got 80,000 views." I was like, "That's cool, Jared. I'm gonna go to bed, man. Have a good night." And I woke up in the morning. And he's like, "Jake, guess what?" I was like, "What?" And he's like, "It's got 1 million views." I was like, "Oh shit, okay. We might start getting some sales getting in, right?" Anyway, the week goes by and it hits 10 million views. And I was like, what? Like my top video has only ever hit like 5 or 6 million views. I was like, this motherfucker just went more viral than me after I taught him. Like, this is bullshit, right? But guess how? I think at the moment it's got like 15 million views or something, which is absolutely insane. Never thought it would go that viral, not gonna lie. But guess how many sales that equated to?
Fucking me. I'm gonna say on 12K in sales.
12K in sales. Well, I'm gonna burst your bubble a little bit. We got 2 sales.
Oh, what?
2 sales equated to like $120.
Damn.
So my point being is that TikTok and organic content it's good and it builds a brand and there's a lot that you can do with it. However, it doesn't necessarily equate to sales just from views directly. You know what I mean?
I can understand that, yeah.
And so that's kind of where I'm going with it. So if you were to make a TikTok account, it doesn't detriment me. It's more beneficial to you in the long run. And what could end up happening, this is like future, like down the line kind of shit, is that you'll start getting, hopefully, more sales than me. You'll start getting customers through the door, through your organic reach, as well as having these paid ads coming through and getting you leads as well, right? So the paid ads are guaranteed. Well, you know, like 99% guaranteed, right? The organic aren't guaranteed at all, but it doesn't mean that they're not beneficial to you as a person in building your brand. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're interested in potentially starting in 2 weeks time, right?
Basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
So why don't we put this on hold for the 2 weeks? In the meantime, how about we go through and we get some basics sorted. Like you can have a look at some of the content that you want to give off to me. I can give you some recommendations. I'll create a contract for us, and I can start getting the account sorted. How does that sound? So then once the 2 weeks is up, or the 3 weeks, however long it takes you, as soon as you're ready, then we can just push it straight away.
Okay. Contracts, not at the moment, because I still. So here's my two things, right?
Yeah.
I guess so that not really like not letting me use your services yet.
Sure.
One, the main thing, I just want to do it myself and just see how things go.
Yeah.
I'll definitely know it won't be as good.
Nah, go for it. Definitely give it a shot.
I'll like as a guy who just does things, it's very much something I just want to do. Like, you know, give it a shot, see how it goes. You know, who knows? I might become the next marketer mastermind.
Yeah. Okay.
Downside. But you know, if things doesn't go well, or you know, things and this and that, then I'll 100% like go straight to you, because obviously you know what's up. So that's the main thing. It's just I just want to do it myself for a bit and just, you know, fuck around, see what's up.
Yeah.
And second, I would like, because you do TikTok and stuff, but for me, I kind of prefer like, well, I guess this is like I guess this doesn't really matter too much, but I I'll build a website, like using Square, whatever the fuck it is, you know, Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
Is kind of like where I want to push it the most, because I know TikTok is great, but I hear personally, at least in the car, I'm in a Facebook group called like car detailing people.
Yeah.
And it's got like a shit ton of people, and there's a lot of businessmen there as well, like a lot of people similar to me with like side hustles.
Yeah.
And I read their posts and all these stuff, and they show like the data on like putting money into Google ads and Facebook ads, and it seems to be that grants them the best like revenue, like return on investment.
Yeah.
So I'm wanting to do that first myself.
Yep.
So it relates to the first point, I guess. So I went a little bit of a tangent.
That's all right. No, go for it.
Yeah. So that's kind of basically the go. So here's my game plan essentially.
Mm-hmm.
In 2 weeks' time, I will start pushing my thing. Maybe like I definitely want to get like to rebrand a little. Like I'm probably gonna wipe half of my Instagram posts and leave probably the photography side there. I don't know.
Why is that?
But like I'd like to redo my Instagram content to be more clickbaity, if that makes sense. Because right now it's just like a weird portfolio essentially, which no one gives a shit about.
What do you mean? What do you mean wipe it clean?
Like just delete some posts essentially.
Okay.
In the current format, I do it by threes.
Yeah, I'm watching. I'm looking at it right now. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of like a fucking headache. And when I do jobs, like when I do jobs for people, sometimes I just don't have enough images for 3 posts, and yet like just not enough. It wouldn't suit the 3-line posts that I do. Like
Yeah, I understand.
So I'm gonna essentially delete most of the pictures there.
Can I give you some advice?
Yeah. Cool.
I would say don't bother deleting them. I would just say focus on doing what you want to do from now on. Having those posts up there doesn't hurt you, right? Like it's not bringing in like Nazis and racists, right? It's not doing anything problematic, right? If anything, it just proves the amount of clients that you've done work with. Sure, it may be difficult for you to have like to maintain that level of consistency between people and clients when you're only say defrosting some glass, right?
Yes.
But that doesn't mean that the previous posts have been a waste.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
So I would
get
suggest you to just go forward doing what you think is best, and I wouldn't bother to revamp anything. It's because your brand is it's perfectly fine. I just think if you want to go the organic route, you need to focus on reels.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, if that's what you're after, definitely focus on the reels. But
Yeah.
like I said, I think your time would be better off spent on actions that benefit your business in a way that is doing the least amount of effort and getting the most in return.
Yeah. The thing about that is, well, on the first point, how I want to do it myself. And
Yeah.
The second point about that is that I can do it myself because I've got a fuck ton of free time because I'm not studying anymore.
Yeah.
And that's kind of half the reason why I want to do it myself as well. Is I've got lots of time.
Okay. Yeah. Easy.
Yeah. So I know it's gonna be like it's gonna be a shitty time for me or whatever. It won't bring me much anything, but it's just an experience that I want to do basically before I hit you up again.
Yeah. No, for sure. I understand.
In that, actually, quick question: do you do logos?
No, but I actually I do know of a couple websites that you can get it AI generated, but
Okay.
I would suggest potentially if you want to change the logo, just make it a symbol rather than full letters, because once it's shrunk down to an Instagram logo, you can't read detailing of photography underneath it. So you could just do something like two A's put together in a unique way or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Because
Yeah.
I'll need to get that logo changed before I do fucking anything first. Because I want to watermark my photography as well.
I see.
Yeah.
I I have a lot of opinions on the things that you're talking about. Whether that's something that you're interested in hearing is another thing. Would you like me to give you some advice on what you just said, or do you want to just call it there and I can contact you in maybe say a month's time?
Yeah, if I'm not bothering you, because I don't want to be taking up your time or whatever. So
No,
if you're bored, you're more than welcome to. For what?
No, I'm happy to help. It's just like I was saying, I want to provide you with more than just leads walking through the door and establish like an actual business relationship between two people. And I think that also being honest about certain things, like I've been there and done what you are about to do, right? Like you spend all this time. Like for example, when I was starting this agency off, I made a logo, I made a website, I registered the business, got an ABN, I did all this shit, right? And then I got a bit distracted with drop shipping, right? Then I came full circle, and then I just realized that I had spent months doing nothing that moved the needle forward, right? When I was building my website, there's a lot that goes into a website. It just doesn't just need to look pretty. There's also optimizations of the speed of the website. So I was like in a rabbit hole of how to make my website the fastest, so that if your website takes longer than 3 seconds to load, 90% of people will click off the website. And my website took 2.5 seconds, right? So it was under that mark, but I heard that if it was under a second, that you would have a 99% click-through rate. So once you click on the website, they'll go through it, right? Or some statistic like that. So I was full in the hole, and I got to the point and I was like, hang on, none of this actually makes me any money. The thing that makes me money is reaching out to people to offer my service, just like I'm talking to you now. Maybe this doesn't result in anything and we go our separate ways and you want to do the marketing all by yourself, and that's cool, right? But I also want to give you the advice on don't do the same thing that I did and bother making that website and revamping the logo when you're rebranding of a business that isn't well known. You're rebranding to nobody, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean? And so like tops I would spend is like one afternoon to do all this stuff that you want to do, and if it takes you longer than that, then I would say it's costing you too much time, and you're better off calling up people that want to do detailing, cold calling, or running paid ads for yourself. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But anyway, that's just my experience, and that's just my opinion. You're happy to do it and learn the hard way, but it's up to you. But that's just my advice.
No, I get you. I appreciate your like honesty, because I mean this like that's kind of like why I want to talk to you as well, because you know the ins and outs. I basically don't. So whatever you tell me, I'm gonna fucking flock it on a board. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I'm happy you told me that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. It's just like, yeah. I said, okay. I definitely need time to think about this, because it's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. I've given you a lot of information. I think we've been talking for 35 minutes currently.
35.
So
yeah.
I'm sure your brain's overloaded.
Yeah. No, it's all right. I'm like, because I'm, obviously a business, right? The idea is you want to do return on investment, and
exactly.
you are currently a very good opportunity. So I want to capitalize on that, but let me give me about 2 weeks after I finish school,
sure.
maybe, and then I'll hit you up.
Wait. So that 2 weeks from now you finish school, and then 2 weeks after that, is that what you're saying?
No, like 2 weeks after school, like 2 weeks from now.
2 weeks from now.
Hit me up.
Okay.
Because, I think I was really thinking about this, but I'm pretty confident with you, and with your whole $500 deposit, get you 5 leads. If it doesn't work, bye. And if it doesn't, if it works out, huzzah, we both start making a fuck ton of money. I hope.
Yeah, that's the plan.
That's the plan. Yeah. So that's what I'm hoping for, right? Say if you do want to do that, what does the contract look like? Because like, are you gonna like lock me in like a fucking corporate business? Or... yeah.
So I'll give you the contract itself, super basic, super simple. Literally, it's just like some template that I get offline. I tweak it to my own business name, tweak it to the terms that we agree on. So say the amount of money, so it's just $1,000 a month, blah blah blah. And then it's just some liability bullshit about you can literally just copy the whole contract, paste it into ChatGPT, and be like, is this a good contract for me? And it'll give you like a 10-point bullet list of the important points in the contract. But it's super simple to understand. We can do no contract if you want. It's not that big of an issue to me. It's more just like a professional thing that I like to do. But
because there's like some contracts where it's just, hey man, if you scam me, fuck you. You can't.
yeah.
It's like, it's either that contract or like you're actually kind of like enslaved to us for life kind of contract. And I don't want to.
Yeah. So I also need to explain to you another concept. I don't know if your brain can handle another bit of information, but
no, hit me up. Yep.
There's this number called lifetime value, or L lifetime gross total profit, right? Or something like that. Lifetime. I don't know, something like that, right? But LTV is what I go by, lifetime value. And what that number represents is the amount of money that you make over the course of a client's lifetime with you, right? So say a client comes with you every month for 12 months, and they come and they pay you $100, right? And then they never work with you again. So their lifetime value of that client is $1,200. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So what we need to figure out, and what you can figure out in this coming time, is what your lifetime value of the client is, because that will determine whether it is or is not a good idea to work with me. Because if your lifetime value of a client is say $5, and they pay you $5 once and then they never see you ever again, then we would be needing to have over 200 clients per month before you would make your money back on my service. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So therefore, it's not a sustainable business model, and then we shouldn't work together. However, if you only need one client to come through the door, so chiropractors are a really good example, because their initial value is very low, right? So someone walks through the door, they pay $66, right? I'm charging them $1,000 a month. So in like hindsight, that doesn't make sense. They lose money, right? Like they're not making that money back. However, if you look into the lifetime value of the client, on average, a client will stay with their chiropractor for 5 years. I've done my research. 5 years. They'll come in 12 times a year, and their lifetime value is something like $4,500, right? So even though I'm charging them $1,000 a month, if that customer's coming back every month, because they come in once a month, by the first 3 months that we are working together, they actually lose money, right? And after the third month, the fourth month, and every month forward from that point in time, they are profitable. But some people don't understand that. And so they don't want to work together because they're like, oh, I'm losing money. But in reality, they make so much money from the compounding effect of these clients walking through the door. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So I studied business.
Yeah.
With a friend. So we did actually do a little bit on marketing. And this exact point was basically mentioned.
Cool. So you already understand. So that's a good start.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
But yeah, so you need to figure out what your lifetime value of your clients is, because then we can work out. So say you're only getting $100 for this client to walk through the door, right? And I get you one client for the month, right? So I charge you $1,000, but you only get the one client. On paper, you lose money, right? You're down $900 for the whole month. But if that client comes to you 3 times a month, it has to be over a month, once every month continuously for the next 4 years, right? You're making $4,800, and that month is profitable in the long run. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's something you need to figure out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. No, okay. Yeah.
Make sense?
I got you. Yes. Yeah.
Any questions?
Not in particular, I don't think.
Cool.
Yeah. So on that same topic as well, your 5 leads that you'll get for me, essentially the start of our little thing, will also contribute to that, right?
Correct.
To that level.
So I won't charge you that $1,000 amount until after I get you those 5 leads. And so whenever those 5 leads come through the door, whether it be a month or 6 months, right? Obviously, it's not going to take 6 months, but just as an example, as soon as that 5th lead comes through the door, then that's when our contract begins, and that's when you would pay the $1,000.
Yeah.
Right. Aside from the $500 deposit, that's separate, right? That's the guarantee and the setup fee.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
In just an example, I want to give you some. I'll run you through some quick results of my latest client, which is a tattoo studio in Perth. And currently, I'm looking at their lead list right in front of me at the moment, and I've been working with them since, I can tell you, 25th of last month, so just over 10 days, and they've got 68 leads.
Yeah.
So their first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Their first 7 leads, he's spending $50 a day on ads, and their first 7 leads, they made over $1,000. And so it's over a 5x return on ad spend. I think at that point in time, it was $180 he's spent on ads, and he'd made over $1,000. So for every dollar he spent, he was making 5 back. So it was already profitable in that first.
So that's the return on investment.
Yes.
Number thing we learned it in school.
Yes.
Yeah.
The ROAS, some people like to call it.
Yeah. No, I get that. I get that.
So hopefully, get the same results for you. But like I said, can't guarantee everything because, there's no way it's possible.
Yeah. No, I get you. Okay. I am happy to get you in about 2 months. Oh, no, sorry, 2 weeks. Sorry.
Okay.
Hit me up and I guess we'll start things off.
Okay.
2 things. Okay, yeah. Is there anything I should do before I get you in? Because I remember how I told you about the logo thing. Should I get that sorted out first, or?
I was going to give you another tip on the logo. You said you wanted to watermark your stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would recommend against it actually.
Really?
Yeah. The reason being is so we use just reels or short form content as an example.
Yeah. Yeah.
You plaster a fucking big ass A on the middle of that photo, right? People click off straight away. It's gone. It's done. That video's getting
Oh
100
no,
views.
it won't be like on the middle. It'd
I
be
know,
like
I know,
very
but just as
oh,
an example, right?
okay.
As an
Yeah,
example,
yeah.
that video isn't getting any views. No one
Okay.
cares. It's over. It's done. If you find a way that you can maybe tag the photo in like a clean way, like the only thing I can really think of is white text with an at. What's your company called? So if you do like at bottom left of the photo in white text in a like a cursive font, that could be like the only thing. It has to be readable, not just cursive. That could be the only thing that I would potentially even suggest. But even so, it almost takes away from the photo.
Yeah, no, I
But,
get you.
you know, that's up for personal preference. When was the last time you saw a viral photo with someone's tag on it? Probably not super often.
Yeah. Okay, so the thing why I mentioned that is because I see so much of that, right? I follow. So I'm a part like what do you call it? I go to car meets and stuff. Well, these people go to car meets, take pictures of cars, and they post it online like for free with their little watermark on them, and apparently it gets them revenue because of that. So that's why I'm asking this, because
So
apparently it's a thing.
sorry, say that one more time. You kind of cut out.
Oh, sorry. So there's some car people who take pictures of cars and they edit it real nice, post it on the Instagram, Facebook, wherever the big platform is, and they put the little watermark in it. And when they do that, apparently it brings them some revenue, which is why I'm asking you this, basically.
That's interesting. Like, sure, they can make revenue from Instagram and if it gets enough views or whatever, but making money directly from a watermark, unless it's like a QR code, that's not possible because there's no, like, you're editing the photo off of Instagram, right? By having, so say you go on Photoshop, you put your logo in the bottom left corner, then you upload that to Instagram. Instagram doesn't know that you've added that, right? That's just part of the photo. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That itself wouldn't make them any money. The act of posting though would.
Yes.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. I haven't heard of that personally. If it is something, it's not something I've heard of. Would definitely be interested in learning about it though and upgrading my own skill set. But it doesn't sound like all of the information has been provided to you, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's kind of why I'm just. It's like a throw in there kind of thing. No, yeah, that's cool. I'll still get my logo redone because I hate my logo right now. I want to be better.
Yeah. I would literally just recommend a symbol, just like an A or two double A's. It doesn't need to be fancy. It just needs to be something, right? Like Xerox. Don't know if you've heard of that. XERXOX or something.
Sorry, can you say that again?
I don't know if you've heard of Xerox. Have you heard of the business Xerox? No. XEROX. Yeah, that one. Right, that's literally just a bunch of random letters that someone threw together. Like, doesn't mean anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they've just put it on a logo, and their logo's dog shit. Right? It's a red circle with the word Xerox in the middle of it, and they're a multi-million dollar company, right?
Yeah.
So it doesn't need to be fancy. It's just needs to be something, and then by you doing the work, right, that you're putting in, you're going in and you're giving the best service possible, the best car detailing in Brisbane, right? You are then creating that association with your logo, right? So everyone looks at you and be like, damn, that's some cold ass detailing, right? And then they look at the logo and like, they make that association in their brain. Does that make sense? At the moment, your logo means nothing because you haven't done enough work to create that association.
Okay. Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Basically, the value of the logo is increased by the work done, not by the logo.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Okay. Cool. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. Um, yeah. Thanks for telling me. That's good.
Yeah, easy.
Okay. Well, I'll follow your advice and not want to mark any pictures because that does make less work for me, which I do like as well.
Yeah, it does.
And second, I'll still probably as you said, I'll do something about the logo and make it like simple as hell because I don't like how it's like on Instagram it's like fucking 3 pixels and you can't see shit on it.
Yeah, I know.
I'll figure that out and then we'll then hit. Sorry, I didn't get your information, man. What's your name and stuff, dude?
My name's Jake. Probably should have said that at the start. Yeah.
Yeah, my bad. So Jake with just Jake.
Jake. Yeah, standard white boy name.
Good.
You know how it is.
Yeah. No, you're right. Just gotta double check.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'll give you a call back on 2 weeks from now, which is the 20th of March. And yeah, we'll go from there. How does that sound?
That'd be great. Yeah.
Yeah, easy.
Sorry, what's the last name? Cool, good. Okay, good. So I'll text you like any relevant shit that you may need to know. But I'm pretty interested in doing this. I guess we'll see how things go.
Yeah, easy done. Just I need the 3 things for you. So if you can get that sorted before the 20th, and then on the 20th, we can get started, I guess. And that's the lifetime value of your customers, the content. So either it doesn't even have to be anything fancy, right? Like it's all about testing. So I can give you advice on what I think would look best. But at the end of the day, that might not even work, and something super basic, minimal will work best. So I just need at the very least, 1 photo still shot. So sorry, 1 ad. I'm going to post 1 ad that is a still shot, right? So that's going to be a carousel of a couple different photos. Usually I'd like to do some before and afters. Something that is very visible, very noticeable of like a before and after shot of something that you've already done. And the other one is, we could do, let's say something super satisfying that you have. That's, I don't know, maybe vacuuming like some gravel off of someone's like, you know, the crevice right next to where the foot mat is or something, you know?
Yeah.
Something super satisfying like that I think would work really well. At the end of the day, I don't know until we try it. And yeah, I need that in both vertical and horizontal format.
Okay.
Same video. And then we can go from there. So it's super basic.
Yeah. Okay. So, 3 things for me. The lifetime value.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Some content, so stills and whatever.
Yeah.
I've got a fuck ton of stills, so that'll be fun for you.
Yeah.
And just like a basically an Instagram reel worthy, satisfying ASMR-esque kind of clip, I guess.
Yeah, under 15 seconds preferably.
Okay.
Super easy, super simple.
Yep. Easy peasy. All right, I got you.
That's easy done.
Do you want multiple like clips of these the clips?
Just you can send it through to me. It's not like I'm not going to respond to you until you send me money, right? Just send it through.
I actually have a couple like already done. I actually had a bunch of uni kids make an ad for me.
Oh shit! Okay. Yeah, that might be good.
Because of that assignment. Kind of bullshit, but.
Send it through, and I'll tell you if it's any good for an ad. Because like at the end of the day, this is we're going to be spending. At the end of the day, we're going to be spending your money to run the ads, right? So my job is to make sure that you're spending as little as possible and getting the most amount of return. And so I don't want to put something up that I think is subpar, because that's wasting your money. And because you're not making a shit ton at the moment, those small dollars add up, right? And we don't have a big advertising budget to just throw around everywhere. So yeah. We'll just send it through, and then I'll check it out.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'll send you through a contract so you can read over it. If there's anything you're uncomfortable with, they can take it out, amend it. But like I said, it's pretty basic. And then I'll get you to sign it for the 20th, but I'll contact you before then.
Okay. Yes, please.
Yeah.
All right. And like FYI, I'm not that broke.
Okay, it's all right.
Yeah, I have a casual job and I work at 1 hours there, so I can definitely pay you and maybe spend a little money on the ads and stuff. But
Yeah, for sure.
that's for later. That's for later.
Yeah.
Anyways, thanks for reaching out and stuff. Because I was like, well, I was actually gonna hit up your friend. I was like, where's this fucking guy at?
Yeah, it's because I live in Perth. I just realized that I'm a couple hours behind you. So, what time is it for you at the moment? 4 p.m.
It's 5:30.
Oh, you're 2 hours in front. Shit, I kind of forgot. Yeah, so it's only 3 for me, 3:30. So I was like, oh yeah, I got time, and I was like, oh shit, I'm in a different time zone.
Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah.
All right. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That's fucking far as hell. Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah, great. Thanks for hitting me up, man. I hope our future business thing goes out well.
Yeah, for sure.
And
Well, that's the aim, right? Like, because at the end of the day, that hopefully the one thing that I can convince you on, and that you need to understand, is that we're on the same team, and that my goals align with your goals. Because if you're not hitting your goals, I run out of work, right? I'm not working with you together. So as long as you understand that and you have the trust in me and you believe that for a fact, then we should be fine.
Do you have your TikTok? I know you say your TikTok, Instagram, whatever is all separate life, but is that your business stuff there? Like,
Yeah. So remember how I was saying, that I don't run any of that because it doesn't create me money.
Yeah.
The reason that there is one reason that I should be running it, for the sake of business, and that is to provide validity to my clients, right? And so that it shows people that I am who I say I am. When you search up a website and it's like, okay, yeah, this is actually someone real, right? Now I don't have that. I actually took down my website because it cost me money, and nobody ever asked for my website. I'm happy to send you through screenshots of ad accounts that I'm currently running, as I think that showing statistics of money made per return is so much better than a website that just says.
That's something I definitely would like to look at.
Sure.
Yeah,
easy done. I'll send you through some screenshots of ad accounts then.
Yeah, cool. All right, bet. Yeah, that's it. Fucking good days. All right.
Easy done.
I'll see you in. Well, we'll chat on text or whatever, but we'll get business going in 2 weeks' time, basically.
Yeah, 20th of March. Sounds good.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
Easy done. Nice to meet you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll chat to you then.
Yeah, thanks, man. All right.
No worries. See you later. Yeah. Bye for now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Pretty happy with it. At the end of the day, I think that was a long ass call. At the end of the day, I think that worst case scenario, I helped the guy out. The things that I said to him definitely weren't a lie. Definitely things that I believe in and that I think he should do. If he decides that he wants to run the marketing for himself, then that's his prerogative. He has every right to do that. I would also like to help him out, because I think that I can do that. And like I was saying, if I don't make him any money, then I'm not making any money, and then it's just going to provide resentment amongst each other, and that's not a very good business relationship, is it? So yeah, all in all, I think pretty good stuff. Hey, it's Future Jake here. Just wanted to butt in right at the end there, and after receiving his lifetime value for his clients, which is approximately $215, and with only one purchase occurring per client, so they'll buy from him one time and then they won't come back. It doesn't seem like a viable option for me to work with X. So we've decided to call it quits there. But it was lovely chatting to him. Seems like a cool guy, and if he ever gets his business up and running, then I think that it would be more viable for him for us to work together. So yeah, just wanted to stop in there. Follow along for the 0 to 10K per month journey, and I'll be posting again soon. So thanks. Bye bye.